Okay, so we're going to take a look at the verse riff, and we're going to use basically the same sound as we have done in our main riff, but we're sort of going to play about with it a bit. And so we're going to duplicate it so we've got a full separate one we can make alterations to without affecting our main riff. And really what we're looking for is something very similar, but in the verses it'll be sort of toned down with a filter down. So we want something nice and plucky but still have a big reverb sound around it. So we'll turn the distortion down a bit. We're just looking something stabby. And there was a bit in one of the synths that I heard that sort of gives us a cue for the sort of rhythm. So there's the sort of held note in the rhythm, which I want to sort of take and use for the synth. And doing this kind of thing where you're sort of listening for other sounds to pick up sort of rhythmical elements really helps sort of gel the rhythms in your tune together. If we just played in a completely random different rhythm, it would just confuse the sort of the vibe and the rhythm we already have. So it's a good idea to pick out some stuff that's already there and sort of work with it. So I'm going to use that rhythm there. And I'll just play it in a bit better. And we will quantize that and just loop it around. Because we have, we're sort of using it at the filter down, we're going to need to bring up the volumes a bit. So we'll put that on our verse and play it along. And what we can do is just sort of vary it a bit. So I'm going to just copy it out a bit longer. And I'll duplicate all this over to the start. Try and get it on the right note. And we'll just go down a we can sort of play about with the delays and stuff just to sort of make that faster and sort of more interesting. Going to tighten the filter envelope up just to give it a sort of slightly stabbier sound. So there we go, that's our sort of verse riff, sounding pretty good. In the next video we're going to take a look at sort of just making our verses a bit more aggressive. We maybe add sort of a sort of nastier bass sound in there and bring up some of our sort of fast basses and do a bit to that, just to sort of really get it driving along in those sections.